welcome back to my channel. I know I am so late with uploading videos, but in my defense, I did say I just upload probably 3 times a week. I didn't say what specific days, so as long as the end of the week is not up, I'm still on time. So the previous video I had recorded, I cannot use the footage for. Just a lot of things went wrong in the video. I can't use it. Okay, so what my previous video was about, I'm gonna have to re-record some other time, but I'm just gonna go with today's topic, which is postpartum depression. Yeah, we need to talk about it. I want to talk about it because I feel like if it was just more normalized or more just talked about, I wouldn't have waited so long to go get help. Okay, I don't even know what was going on. It was a lot, and there's a lot of stigma. There's bad stigma behind postpartum depression. You feel me? When people hear postpartum depression, they hear, you feel me, women, oh my God, you want to hurt your baby. Oh my God, you hate your baby. No, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening at all. Okay? And it's not something that can be controlled. It is not something that can just go away on its own. It's something that you're gonna have to get help for. More than likely be on medicine, even though that's not what you probably want, but probably what you need at the time. I'm not talking about how if I'm going currently through postpartum, which I'm not. I'm still pregnant. You know, this is from my previous pregnancy that I will be talking about my experience with postpartum depression. And also at the time, I did not know I was bipolar as well. And I was on Depo. And you might ask, okay, so what does you being on Depo got to do with postpartum depression? Depo makes depression worse. I did not know this. I didn't really just do any research on Depo when I got on it. I just got on. And you would think oh, why won't, your OB tell you about that before you get on it and stuff like that. I feel like it's one of those, they feel like it's an irrelevant fact unless they need reason to let you know. Okay? So okay, let me tell you my experience with postpartum depression, when it first just kind of hit for me. And mind you, this will not happen for everybody. Okay, this will not happen for everyone. My postpartum depression, when I first noticed something was wrong, is literally right after I had my son. I had a problem connecting. As soon as I got him and I was holding him and I was looking at him, I was like, I know this is my baby, but already something's off. I'm not connecting. Okay, so I'm get out your head, give it a minute. I just had him. So we're doing skin to skin, we're doing breastfeeding. I breastfed. I'm going to breastfeed with this one too. And I wasn't feeling anything. And it was just tripping me out because I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why am I not feeling like I was when I had my first son? I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, I did this. And I just stayed quiet. I just was on mommy mode. When I had him, I knew what I was supposed to do. Change his diaper, feed him, do this and do this and this. I was in mommy mode. So I knew what I needed to do as a mother. But at the same time, in my head, I'm freaking the fuck out because why aren't I feeling anything to my son? And that's like the scariest things to say out loud. That is like the scariest thing to say out loud. Is like, I'm not feeling anything. Okay? Because you automatically think about how people are going to respond. You're going to be like, how can you not feel nothing? That's your child. And you're a bad mom. Like, you start thinking about what everyone's going to say. And while you're in the hospital, you don't know how people will react, because no one ever sat down and talked to you about this situation. No one ever sat down and been like, oh, this is the steps that we take when you're going through this or whatever. You're just scared. Like, nowadays you see so many videos like CPS taking kids for no fucking reason, and babies from mothers and shit, and it scares the literal fuck out of you to just say anything to anybody, because it's like, I don't want my kid taken, but I don't know what's going on with me. Like, that's your immediate thoughts. Like, my kid's either gonna get took, they're gonna think I'm crazy, they're gonna think this and this and this and this. You're worried about what everyone else is thinking because it's not normalized, it's not talked about. No one ever sits you down and be like, oh, these are the steps that we do take when you're going through postpartum depression and stuff like that. And then I don't know about your hospital, but my hospital makes us do a depression screening before we leave. Okay, you have to fill it out. And that might be their, like their first step, stuff like that. I lied on mine. Anybody can lie on you. I feel perfectly fine. You feel me? I'm not finna tell y'all shit, because I don't know what y'all finna do if I do say this and I do say that. But never once did I ever sit here and think like, oh, let me hurt my kid. That's not, no, that's not what that is. Like, no. Never. I just had a hard time connecting emotionally. Okay? So I lied on my depression screening. Now, if we think back to when I was talking about how I got on Depo and they didn't tell me about it makes depression worse, had I been truthful on my screening, when my OB got my screening back, he would have told me then about Depo making depression worse. You feel me? And we would have avoided that whole situation. And this is on top of me being bipolar and me not knowing I'm bipolar at the time. You feel me? So like this just caused like a whole thing, like a whole domino effect. So I go on Depo without knowing that Depo makes depression worse. I leave out the hospital not knowing that I'm going through postpartum depression, and then we go home. Okay? And at this point, we're in separate rooms. Me and my husband. He's in the room with Kai. I'm in our room with our newborn. Okay? And I was so scared of like how I was feeling. He ended up becoming my comfort blanket. You feel me? Like, he became my security blanket. I could not let him go anywhere. I could not go anywhere. We were literally confined to the room. Okay? Which later on became a problem, of course, because when it was time to start him getting older and stuff like that, separating from mommy, he couldn't do it emotionally. It was really bad. And I did that to him. He had really bad separation anxiety. Like, he would scream. And like, I could not get nothing done. Like, this is like after I'm in therapy and stuff like that, and I'm starting to get up and move around and actually do stuff. Then I'm realizing like how much I can't get done because how much I was under Micah. Not how much Micah was under me. I was like, you feel me? Like, I put him there in that situation. I co-slept with him for so long. It was literally this year where we got him to stop co-sleeping and sleeping in his room. when we moved into the new house. But so around the time that I finally admitted that I needed help, it was a few months after I had him. I think I was about I was either 5 or 6 months postpartum, because like at the time, like my husband knew something was wrong. I would be in bed all week, like I wouldn't shower, I wasn't, and it didn't feel like that to me. It didn't feel like that many months had went by to me at all either. Those months felt like 2 months. And was I still having trouble connecting? Yeah, something was still missing there. Even though I had Micah up under me and I took him everywhere I went, like he went in the bathroom with me, like I took him back in the room with me, like co-sleep and stuff like that, I still I felt like nothing. And I was just like sad all the time, and I could not figure out what was going on. And I was trying to figure it out by myself, because you don't want to tell anybody about any of this. You don't want to tell anybody that you're feeling these feelings. You're feeling like you shouldn't be here. Like you're inconvenience, or like how you are right now isn't helpful to your kids, and you're better off not being there. You know? Like, so I feel like everybody's postpartum uh, experience can be very, very difficult. You feel me? I'm not saying I went through postpartum because I didn't have help. I had help. You feel me? Like my husband would try to come in there and come get Micah all the time, and I was like, no. Like, or if he did go get him and I heard him cry, I'd get up. Like, no, just give him here. Like I can't, like, you feel me? I can't do it. And that's just how that was. And it got to the point where I got in the shower and I just broke down crying, and I broke down crying because I put Micah in his crib and I just wanted to get in the shower. You know, he was asleep. And at the time, that's when, anytime that I was not near him, he knew I was not near him, he would wake up. And he was just in there crying and crying, and he would not stop crying. And I just left him in the crib. And I went in the bathroom and I got in the shower. I couldn't do it. I was like, I shut down. I mentally shut down. Like, I could not bring myself to go get him, to go soothe him, to go calm him down. That was my fault, like how he was so attached to me, because how badly I co-slept with him, how much I was near him, how much I called him, how much I had him near me, because I was scared of what I had going on mentally in my head, because I did not know what was happening, and I was scared to talk to anybody about it. So when I got to that point where my brain shut down and I'm in the shower and I'm sitting in there and Micah's in there crying, my husband go gets him. I know he does, because Micah stops crying. Somebody went and got him. Cool. And then he came in there to come talk to me. And I was just like, no, bro, I can't do this. Very trigger warning and stuff like that. I did not want to be there. I felt like I was not useful how I was. There was no point in me being there, and I did not felt like I was being a good mother. And I felt like I was just making things worse. And there's just a lot of factors like that. I was like, I need help. I've been feeling like this for too long, and I've been trying to figure it out myself. I can't figure it out. I can't ask nobody about it, because what are people gonna say about me? Are they gonna think that I want to hurt my kids? Are they gonna come take my kids if I come reach out or whatever? all different types of stuff like that. But just because of like shit that just goes on in the world right now, it took me forever to like just admit that. And when I finally did admit it, and I started getting help, and I started realizing like a lot of the things that I was worried about was not gonna happen, I just like a sigh of relief just came off me, you know, like just talking to my therapist for the first time, and you know, no, like you don't get CPS called on you because you're depressed, you know, like they're gonna listen to you, they're gonna watch out for certain things. You feel me? Like the only like when they recommend the mental hospital and stuff like that is when they feel like you're a danger to yourself or to others. You feel me? And I don't know, like if I knew, if there was just somebody out there like they just sat there and talked about like the process of what they do when you feel like you have postpartum depression or something's off and something like that. I wish they made it more comfortable for women to talk about. Okay? Cuz you're going to get the generalized like everybody else like on social media and stuff like that. You're going to get their opinion, and it's going to be a sick fucking opinion. You feel me? Because I might upload this video and people are going to probably be in the comment section like, I'll never do that and I'll never do that. You don't fucking know. Okay? I was the same person who used to think that when I had my first kid, like, oh, I couldn't see how a mom could hurt their kid or shake their kid or do this or do that or just not love their kid and da 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 da. And then I got hit with a face full of fucking postpartum depression during my second pregnancy. And I was like, damn. Like, this shit is just happening. Like, there's nothing I can do that's changing it. Like, I'm spending more time with him and it's not working. It's making things worse and so on and so forth. And you know, sleep deprivation too. That's what makes a lot of women kind of go left. You feel me? That's where the accidents happen. Okay, with sleep deprivation and you not going to sleep, even if someone's trying to help you get sleep and help you take care of the baby, and you're trying to sleep, and the moment you hear the baby cry, you hop up because like, you know, like you're still stuck on baby and stuff like that. Like that can trip anybody out. You feel me? And like if I ever accidentally hurt my child, it would be like from hopping up and taking them from somebody or taking them from my husband. Be like, no, like give him here. Like I'm fighting, like just give my son, like, you know, I'm going like that. And I feel like there's just a lot of misconceptions. You feel me? And then because a lot of women do not speak up, that like the shit just get worse, and that's how we have incidents. That's how accidents happen, or kids get hurt, or mothers get hurt, or mothers commit suicide, and so on and so forth. And you know, it's actually crazy though too that women are not the only people who can get postpartum depression. Men can get postpartum depression too as well. Okay, so like, yeah, I was surprised when I heard about that. Like, there's so many different myths about postpartum depression, and there's so many different facts about postpartum depression. So when I see someone who says some ignorant shit like, oh my god, like, why do you want to hurt your baby? I'm like, okay, you're uneducated about the whole situation. Go educate yourself and then come back and come talk to me, because that's not what I said. You feel me? You guys, you are not alone. And the first time I ever spoke about me having postpartum depression, I made a whole post about it. I cried really bad because I did not know how people were going to view me, but I felt like it was something that needed to be said because a lot of women don't talk about it, and that needs to get normalized about mental health. And that's what I want to do on my channel, is normalize certain things about mental health. Depression being one of them. Postpartum depression being another one of them. A lot of different things. Okay, I want this shit to be normalized. I don't want people to be scared to go get help, because this is how we ended up. This is how we end up with the situations we end up with, holding all that shit in. And then, especially in different communities, you feel me, like in the Black community, it's big. Mental health, not taking care of your mental health is a big thing. Like, going to the therapist is not a thing, or parents just telling you, oh, you'll be all right, or it's just the baby blues, and you talking crazy, don't talk like that. That's, just saying shit like that. Like, I gotta break these generational fucking curses and shit like that. Fuck whatever they talking about and go get help. You feel me? I sit here and continuously ask my family, oh, what's our family medical history and stuff like that. They talk about all the physical stuff, but leave out all the mental shit. So then when I'm in therapy and I've been in there over a year, and then we're talking about how I have bipolar 2 disorder, and I'm going back and I'm looking at family history again, and oh yeah, so and so did get diagnosed with this and this and this and this and this. Like, what the fuck y'all think we be talking about when we need medical history? I just be, you know, get get help. Okay, whatever you think about therapy, or what, like, your misconceptions with it, you'll never know until you go experience it for yourself for the first time or whatever. Okay, you have to get out that fear of, oh my god, they're gonna lock me up and they're gonna do this. They not gonna do that unless you go up there and tell them that you finna kill yourself right now, right here in this very spot, or I'm gonna go home and do it, or I'm gonna go home and kill somebody. You feel me? You talking like that, yeah, you finna go good period. You feel me? But if you're just talking about being depressed, you feel me, and having thoughts of suicide, or did, or in the past, or whatever like that, they're not gonna do you like that. You feel me? Like, every place is fucking different. It just depends on what you're saying. You gotta be, like, really logical. Like, think about what the hell you saying. You feel me? And think about, you feel me, from their point of view. Like, what would they do? They literally feel like you're trying to go hurt yourself. They're gonna put you somewhere where you can't hurt yourself, so you can just stop, step back, and take a breather, so they can help you figure out, help you with your next steps. Okay? Because I always say this, like, I might have my moments where I get suicidal and stuff like that, and in that moment I might not care and I want to hurt myself, but then, like, when I get out of my depressive episodes and stuff like that, I I regret it. I will regret it. Okay? Don't listen to me when I get down like that. Like, don't. Like, oh my god, like, I'll cry, like, just even thinking about the fact that I even thought about like that. But in that moment, be something else. So people, we need to speak up and get into therapy and stuff like that. And if you don't want to physically go to therapy, I will look up stuff like BetterHelp. This is not no goddamn, as y'all know, it's not gonna be no advertisement shit like that. But I've never used BetterHelp, so I can't say like, oh, this helped me. But, like, I know that it's over the internet, over the phone, over video call, therapy. You feel me? And they'll have you fill out stuff like, like, what is your religion preferences, if you have any, what are your pronouns, who would you be comfortable having as a therapist, a woman, a female, African American, blah blah blah. You could pick all that shit. You feel me? I think you need to have insurance, or no insurance, a way to pay, I believe. Like I said, I've never used the app before. You had to go look that up and confirm that for yourself. But this is gonna be it for this video, you guys. I'm gonna be thinking about the next 2 videos I'm gonna have uploaded this week, and they probably want to be like one of my fun videos or something, because I don't have anything to vlog this week. vlogging again will not start till next week when I go get induced. But if y'all guys just want to talk or whatever, or like comment below, like, you know, or let other people know that they're not alone. Like, you feel me? Comment me too. Me too in the comment section so people know that they're not alone. Like, oh girl, I know I went through this. I went through this and this and this and this. Like, let them know that they're not alone. And like, you feel me? Pay attention to new moms and stuff like that and new parents, and let them know that it's okay. You feel me? Like, people got to be more not so judgmental when they hear certain shit. Like, that might be unsavory for you to hear certain things, but at the same time though too, I'm pretty sure they're not coming to you for you to judge them. You feel me? They're coming to you because they don't know what's going on. They're having the same, like, they're wondering why they feeling the same way too. Like, oh, I'm having these thoughts and da 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 da. You feel me? I always recommend therapy to that person. Okay, because those feelings are not going to go away without you going to therapy or probably being on medication. From my understanding, I don't know, you feel me? I'm not really fully a therapist, so unless I'm a therapist, just get on here and be like, oh, there's a way to get rid of postpartum without me being on medication. I don't know, I haven't heard that yet, but I was on medication, and you feel me, I started feeling better after probably, it took a while. It took a while. Everyone's different. You gotta stay committed to wanting to get better and doing your therapy when you're supposed to, taking your medicine when you're supposed to. Stay, you feel me? Because if you don't take it seriously and you just do it once here and there, don't really take your medicine like that, of course you're not gonna get better. So like I said, this is the end of this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Get ready for that labor and delivery vlog, and I will see y'all guys in the next video.